What's up, Mets fans? Aren't you bootling? Julia's already laughing as she normally is. If you may have noticed, we didn't actually play the little video to start up.
We didn't have a theme song.
No theme song today. And no offense to Zeps, but I think we need a little refresher because the song has been a thing, or that little intro video has been a thing since before you were on the show.
Yes, it's
and I think it needs an update.
What does it say? It's what these dudes bring.
These dudes or guys or something or whatever. Something dudes. I don't know. Whatever it is.
We should do like a Full House theme song, like that kind of intro.
That'd be cool.
Like a
little
corny, like you sitting at your desk, me running through the door.
Yeah, for sure. I'm down for pretty much whatever. If anyone has, I mean, certainly if Zeps wants to come up with a new one, that's totally cool. But maybe we can have like some kind of contest, like come up with the new theme song for the show.
Make our new theme song.
Yeah. .com.
.com.
I don't know about that. Well, we ended the show so weird last week. Or actually, it wasn't weird at all. It was awesome because we were talking about Howie Rose and crop tops.
Yes, I'm wearing one today.
Excellent. Well, you made your own.
I made my own.
Yeah, you made your own crop top. But we ended that and then posted up afterwards about crop tops and Howie like catering to the newfound young audience, the new youths.
Yeah.
And that video I put up had the Steve Buscemi, hey, fellow kids, whatever. And then the other night, Howie used it on Twitter. So he's totally embracing it. I love it.
I love it.
It's excellent.
Oh, God.
So what's going on? You trying to like run over turkeys or something? Were they turkeys or geese?
They were turkeys. I was trying to get here. This is part of the reason why I was late. And literally, it had to have been like 20 turkeys were crossing the road. Traffic was stopped. And I was like, is this real life? Like, this is going to be how I'm like actually late for the first show ever, is because there's turkeys crossing the road. But
well, I was talking on Instagram before we went live. So if anyone flipped over from Instagram to now watch us on Facebook, YouTube, or Twitter, we appreciate the views. But I was telling them I was starting the show no matter what. It was going to be me and Dave. If you don't know, Dave.
Wait, is that what you filmed that was on Instagram Live when I came in? Or that was just for you?
I took a photo of Dave sitting in your chair.
No, I know, but when I came in and you were
filming. Oh, no, I'm going to post that later.
Oh, okay.
But that was an actual clip I just took. You ever see that video? It's of a teacher walking into a college classroom, and he
every day.
Yeah.
Hello.
And hello. And he has like his folder under his arm.
It's the same entrance every day, but just a different outfit. That's gonna be me running through the door at 11:59.
I would love to. I'd love to be able to like capture the entire year of you like running through the doors. However,
that's gonna be
like
so
30
humbling.
episodes a year usually.
I don't know. You tell me.
Once a week.
I was going to ask. Since I've been doing this, I don't think we ever started as early as we have, because I was thinking like I don't remember it being this much like pulling teeth to find things to talk about. Because
no, we had last year we didn't because of the lockout.
Last year there was no spring training, and 2021 it was different for some reason. Why was it different?
We always would start around this time, but the difference was last year I was like, I'm not going to start the show
until
and not know when there was going to be a season. So we didn't start on time.
I think 2021, I think it was more interesting because it was like the first year back to normalcy somewhat. So like there were things to talk about. The
pods and the zip tie gate. There was a bunch of shit to talk about from that first season back.
Yeah, because I was like literally like Darren texted me last night, be like, we're gonna need some topics, and then like I never really got back to you, but I don't want you to think that's because I wasn't thinking.
No,
I was just
plenty.
Like, I don't fucking know what to, like. I was like, why is this so hard? I'm like, I haven't had to do this before.
Well, you know what it is, like the few weeks after the initial excitement of like, hey, we're going back to spring training, we're gonna be on the berm and all that.
This is like the worst time of year for podcasting.
And then you got to wait a month.
Like
for
the
next
excitement has worn off, and there's no actual game in sight yet.
Well, you know what it is now? It's almost just like holding your breath, because it's like Marte got hit in the head the other day. Senga had some issue with his
Quintana's got the rib fracture.
Like 3 months, maybe, possibly. I mean, yesterday Epler came out and was like, let's not jump the gun here. Maybe it's not as bad as you think. But I think that was really just buying time so they could really announce and put the
and maybe have a backup plan.
Well, Tyler McGill is I feel like an adequate replacement. We'll see what happens. But yeah, I mean, right now it's almost like hold your breath, let's get to opening day and see what happens. But the World Baseball Classic has been going on. I don't know if you've watched any of it. No offense, because I've been trying. I really have been trying, because like we're friends with a lot of people who do like it.
Yeah.
Like, Richie, for example, we're on the group chat this morning and he's pleading his case for why it's great.
I get it. Truthfully, the last 2 weeks of my life have been insane. Like I was doing my business and the new job and whatever, and now I'm finally back to normal. But I just hadn't had moments to sit in front of a TV and watch something. So last night, my brother and sister-in-law were over, and my brother had the game on, and we saw I can't remember who was playing. I know they were playing Israel, but they had a walk-off perfect game. Who was that?
Puerto Rico.
That's who it was. Yeah, and Lindor was playing, right?
And Edwin Diaz.
Yes.
So like Lindor has been the captain of Puerto Rico, which is great. And like, honestly, like the reason why I don't have a strong connection to it is because I'm from here and the USA team is very boring.
Yeah.
Like you watch the games and you see the excitement in the crowd, and like USA is just like whatever, like a regular baseball game. You watch like Japan or Puerto Rico, they're going nuts.
It's sick.
I'm like, I get why that's more exciting.
I mean, I don't know, because they all have their own individual leagues, I guess. But like I also think like I really wish the World Baseball Classic was in like November in a neutrally warm location where it's like that's a perfect time of year where if you're still healthy and you want to play, you can play, and there's still plenty of time should you tweak something that you're good to go for the next season. But when you do it right now, it is kind of just like, okay, this is exciting and this is fun, but I feel like I would mostly be watching to make sure the players that are on my team don't get hurt and also root for them, but also like calm down.
Yeah, I mean, it's like Lindor yesterday had like a bases clearing almost grand slam. Yeah. He had a triple, which is great. Like I'm excited for him.
Yeah.
He wants to play well for his country. Obviously, it's where he's from.
Right.
But like, Nimmo came out. I'll play the audio in a second. He's just like, he said this about a month ago too. It's like, my focus is being good for when the real baseball Mets season starts. Like, last night the Mets played against Canada and like the Canadian pitcher started. He was great, kid looked distraught.
Yeah.
He's 19 years old, never pitched above A ball, and he got shelled. And it's just like, what do you expect? You know,
it's
when the best players aren't actually in the tournament, it's almost like, what's the point of this? You know?
I guess so. I feel like they're definitely, like we talked about last week, I think there's definitely a cultural aspect to it of like, the importance.
That's what I mean.
Yeah. But and I do appreciate that from Nimmo, knowing like he just signed a contract, like this is his obligation, and that's not like shade to Diaz or McNeil or anybody else who just signed a contract is playing too. But again, I think it's a very I see both sides kind of thing. I would like to watch it more because just people I see on Twitter watching it, like I kind of have FOMO that I haven't been watching it because it seems like people are really enjoying it, but I've been a little busy. And there's something about like any type of baseball in March. I haven't been good unless I'm in Port St. Lucie about watching spring training games for years now. Mostly just, most people are working during the middle of the weekday. That's when all the games are. So,
well, the thing with the USA games too, they've been playing their games in Arizona. They've been starting them at 10 o'clock at night.
Yes.
So it's like, not that I'm that old. I mean, you see me sitting here with my glasses every once in a while. I'm not that old, but it's like, if I don't really care about this game that much, I'm not prying my eyelids open to stay awake until whatever time it ends. And there's no pitch clock either. So their games are taking longer.
My bedtime these days is like 9 o'clock. So I'm in a pickle, but.
So let me show you this poll I put up on Twitter. And clearly, again, like when I say the majority or most or this or that, I'm just saying the people who voted on our poll.
Correct.
Okay. So just like, don't get your pennies in a bunch when I say most fans don't care about the WBC, but fans that answer our poll, over 3,000 people voted. The question just was, are you into the World Baseball Classic? Yes, locked in. Not at all. I'll watch some innings, or what's the WBC? And obviously, I just put that in there as a joke. You know what it is if you follow our account. So 42.9% said they'll watch some innings. And I'm in that boat as well.
Yeah.
Not at all was 25.1. Locked in was 29.4. So, if you look at the pie chart here, out of 100%, the majority of people don't care or are just going to like tune in once in a while just to see, like I did, There have been some good moments, though. There have been some cool things that have happened in the World Baseball Classic so far that are great for baseball.
Correct.
Like good stories are coming out of it, which I don't want to shit on because it's like, if there was no tournament at all, these things wouldn't be happening.
Right.
So that kid yesterday, I don't know if you saw.
No, go ahead.
All right. So this kid from Nicaragua, he's 19 years old. He came in relief. His team was getting shelled, but he struck out like Juan Soto. Let me look it up before I name the guys wrong. Ended up getting a contract with the Tigers on the spot.
No way.
Yes, so sick. Let me scroll down and I retweeted it yesterday.
Oh, that's
so shit
awesome.
like this that happens is like incredible.
But like even that 19-year-old from Canada you were talking about that got shelled, like
he looked like he was about to cry off the mound though,
But one day that's going to be the greatest moment of his life.
Yeah.
Like that's like even those moments where it's like and that's the good thing about it. Like in a way it's like, these people have no business playing in it, but at the same time it's like these kids have no business playing with these essentially.
And that's what I mean too. Like
but that's also really cool.
Well, like I was texting with Richie too. Like some people are like, obviously Matt Harvey is not from Italy.
Right.
So like, I feel like some players, not all, are almost kind of milking this into being like, how can I be seen?
Yeah.
If I'm not going to play for USA, maybe he could have been picked for USA. I don't know. But let me pitch for Italy. and maybe showcase myself to hopefully get back in the show.
Which is not a bad thing.
No, but like the best players aren't playing in it. So it's like,
but that's also by choice. You know what I mean? It's not like Matt Harvey's taking a spot away from a deserving Italian
No, that's
player.
what I mean. I'm just saying, like, to make an equal playing field and say, all right, if the best players from each country were going to play each other, then like Scherzer, who came out yesterday, like he's not ready to put himself in a playoff atmosphere today.
Right.
But maybe he said actually during the season, I don't know how they would do that, but like if every player decided to take off during the season to play this tournament, I don't think unless they did it like
a month off.
No, like an extended world all-star break, where they do this in the middle.
But even then, who wants that in the middle of the season?
Right, because like let's say you're going for the pennant and like your dude
gets hurt. It should be nowhere near important baseball. It should be at the end of the season in a warm place, but whatever.
So let's show this off. So this was yesterday. Sean Spradling put this on Twitter. Duque Herbert, I think I'm saying that right? Duque Herbert.
Can't see it.
The Nicaraguan pitcher who struck out Juan Soto, Julio Rodriguez, and Rafael Devers in the 9th, just signed with the Tigers following today's game. A scout was impressed with him, stopped him before he left the stadium, and offered him a contract.
Holy crap.
How sick is that? So, like, when he came off the field, the coaches, the players, everyone, like, they were getting shelled, but like he did his job.
Right.
And like he's showcasing himself in front of, whoever's watching. And now it became a thing. And he's, I don't know what the contract is, but who cares? Like he's not in Nicaragua anymore.
If this kid makes it in the big leagues, the movies that are going to be made about this,
right?
Oh my God, that's going to be sick.
Yeah, of course. So like stuff like this is awesome.
Yeah.
But it's like, do I really need to see them? Like, I think the USA team scored like 11 runs in the first 2 innings yesterday. So it's like,
who are they playing? Canada?
Last night was Canada. Yeah. Whose jerseys? I mean, we'll get to jerseys in a second.
the Great Britain ones.
The Great Britain jerseys. It's almost like the World Baseball Classic. We're like, oh shit, they're playing in this. Like, let's go get a gray jersey.
Have you seen the movie Dodgeball?
Yeah, of course.
When they in the first round, when they don't have their uniforms, they're just like putting on whatever they can find.
It's almost like Mighty Ducks, and they get like the Mighty Duck kids before they got their uniforms from Gordon Bombay. They wore like whatever.
Yeah.
But last night, I've never seen this before ever. Definitely not in MLB. The Canadian jerseys, the uniforms, like, you know how you have like racing stripes sometimes, like the Mets had on the side, the pants just stopped at the knee, and then the bottom of the pants were just gray. So it was like the 3-tone stripe stopped here, and on the neck, it stopped here. Like it was around the back.
I need a visual. Do you have a visual?
Yeah. Well, I don't know if anyone else like posted about it, but maybe I could try to find it. But
but
very, very weird. Very strange.
So Canadian.
Yeah. They're like, I would just halfway make this jersey. It was really weird. But whatever. I mean, I don't want to completely shit on the tournament because people have been liking it, but there are little moments that I've been seeing on, like, basically I've been watching it through Twitter. Like, what's cool that happened? Let me see the replay. Or
I really do think the concept of it is cool, and I think your entire opinion on it would change if it just took place at a different time of year.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, totally. Yeah. Because then you get the better players playing in it, or the best players playing in it,
right?
And it's a real tournament, not just like an exhibition.
Yeah.
Let me try to find that. But actually, while we're getting at it, let's just play this clip from Nimmo for anyone who may have.
Oh yes, because I didn't actually hear
not seen it. It's basically what he said about a month ago, but now it's on camera.
Love it.
So let's get to that. Hold on 1 second.
But the most important thing for me right now is being on the field and ready for opening day when the Mets go. Like, that's my most important thing right now is the Mets. I want to win a World Series, and maybe that makes me, a bad person, that I would rather win a World Series than a WBC right now. Like that's where I'm at in my career. Steve's invested a lot into this team, and, I just want to make sure that I'm on the field and doing everything that I can to try and keep that, keep his investments on the field and trying to win that World Series that he wants.
I mean, how can you argue with that?
No, you can't.
Then people in the comments are like, well, are you throwing shade at Pete Alonso?
I was thinking that too. I'm like, no. And I don't think that's throwing shade. I don't think Brandon Nimmo knows what throwing shade means or how to do it. Like, I really just think that's how he feels, which is, it's very fair. And like, I feel like, Pete Alonso also could have easily said that, and it would have made total sense coming from him too. I think it's a matter of choice.
Well, Pete hasn't got paid yet.
Yeah, well, that's also true.
So, well, we hope he will soon, but like the Nimmo, like, honestly, you know who probably loves that more than anyone? It's Steve Cohen.
Of course.
Like, Steve's paying me a lot, and Steve's like, yeah, I am. Like, let's get ready for March 30th, not the World Baseball Classic.
It is also, I mean, this is less important, but the World Baseball Classic, I feel like with each year they do it, gets more and more attention, more and more hype, which is good. That means it's growing. So to have players on your team, like David Wright having big moments in the World Baseball Classic was great exposure for him, great exposure for the Mets. It created the Captain America brand thing. They were able to make so much money off of gimmicks and shit with that. So, I mean, like, there are plus sides to it to get more exposure for your players from a money standpoint. So,
well, speaking of, I guess you haven't heard, maybe you didn't see this last night.
Oh, God.
So MLB, the Fox MLB account is now calling Trout Captain America.
Get the fuck out of here. Enough. His body's not even cold yet, please.
I'm telling you, look at this tweet.
That's so dumb.
Look at the tweet.
No shade to Mike Trout.
It says Captain America hits one out. Mike Trout makes it 9-0 for Team USA.
Is Mike Trout the
always a fun
of the team?
I don't know. And I also turned the audio off because I'm not trying. I feel like I'm so nervous to get episodes flagged now.
I feel like if we talk over it, it's like interrupted.
Oh, wait, there's the stripe. Look at that. Look at that. Look, what? It doesn't make any sense.
It's so weird.
Let me make this bigger. Look at this.
Why does it just stop?
It just stops. It doesn't continue to. I like the buttons here above the Canada, but how do you just stop your
It looks like they just
stripe?
Ran out of fabric.
I got to find the pants now.
I don't know.
Let me see if I can scroll back.
We'll go to the beginning of the clip.
Yeah. Look at the pants. It just stops.
It looks like they just have high socks on or like stirrups.
Right. It looks like they were made to like tuck in or have socks over it, but that's way too high.
Strange.
A racing stripe that doesn't connect to the ankle is very weird. So I don't like it's like you said, they ran out of fabric or it's an afterthought.
Yeah.
Like, what could we do that's like different, I guess, so it doesn't look like a red jersey
how
or
do
something?
we gain attention to Team Canada? Whatever, we're talking about it.
So Captain America, I knew that may strike a chord with you.
It's just, listen, obviously David Wright was not the first person to be called Captain America. I understand that's just going to be a thing they throw around anytime anyone on Team USA does something good. But like, it was like his thing. Like Matt Harvey was the Dark Knight. He was Captain America. Like, that was so enough. Enough.
I'm sorry. There's a lot of comments coming in from people just making fun of Canada right now, which I like to see, but I didn't actually get to highlight any so far. So let us know where you're watching from, and I'll pull some comments.
Let us know if you're watching from Canada. We're so sorry.
So let's shit on Great Britain a little bit more before we move on. So you probably saw this the other night, how bad these jerseys were. It's almost as if they just, said, hey, what color blank jerseys do we have? We fucked up and forgot, and let's just throw some fonts on the front.
Put the words Great Britain on it and like Arial font. But wait, I don't know. Again, I haven't seen the actual game, so I don't know if this was like
how small it is.
I don't know if this was like photoshopped or something, but I saw one jersey, like the T fell off.
That's last night. I was about to get to that.
Real? That happened?
That happened last night.
Oh my God.
So this is their alternate, I guess. This is their gray. And I don't know if you've ever seen this, but like the Jersey Devils hockey team came out with this jersey last year that just says Jersey, which so I put something on Twitter. I was like, nice to see Great Britain
hysterical.
hired the Devils uni designer for the World Baseball Classic. So this was last night. So that was this was Saturday.
Okay.
Last night, their alternate, their pitcher's warming up. Let me scroll up here. And maybe I retweeted it. I'm sorry, this is horrible television.
I feel like this happens every week.
Yeah, whatever. Fuck it. Wait a second. Sorry, guys.
We'll find it.
I'll find it. But let me change the screen here for a second. Yeah, maybe I just liked it. So last night they were wearing their alternate, and excellent camera work here. Let me show you. Let me make this a little bit. Okay, so you can see there it goes. So the T was loose.
It was upside down.
Well, it's falling off.
Yeah.
And he goes to wipe his hand off after this warm-up pitch, and it just completely falls off, and it's on the ground. But excellent. Watch, they zoom in and everything. Up, and there it is.
That's so sad.
So, and this is like, these are Nike jerseys. Like, I don't know what's going on, but
maybe I can do this I'll have the time this week, but if we still care by next week, somebody needs to do like an official ranking of all of the World Baseball Classic uniforms.
I think somebody
That's
did.
something I care about.
I think maybe Draft Neck Mark or someone did. Someone put that together
too, because
it's bad.
That's bad.
So one more thing on the WBC before we move on. This was awesome. So Ohtani had a home run the other night. Yes. I don't know if you saw this.
Oh, I did see this. This was so cool.
So sick. I'm
Would
not going to
never happen in the United States.
No, absolutely not. To be sold on, on the black market or something. So if you haven't seen, I'm not going to scroll back because it's horrible streaming to watch me just scroll through. So we'll explain it. Yes. So Ohtani had his first ever World Baseball Classic home run the other night, which you'd have to guess would go for a decent amount of money.
It was in Japan?
I'm not exactly sure where it was, but
a better country than here. In
a
terms
woman
of
caught
people.
the ball.
Yeah.
This is my ball. I'm going to keep this. Right. But before I bring it home with me, anyone who wants to hold it and take pictures with it or whatever is free to do so.
They're just passing it down the line, taking a picture, passing it, and full confidence she's going to get the ball back.
Yeah.
Could never happen here.
No. You catch Judge's home run ball last year that was worth millions.
Yeah.
You're not being like, oh, you want to just hold this for a second?
I would feel unsafe being in my seat if I caught that ball. I would feel unsafe.
Yeah.
Wild.
So let us know where you're watching from. I think I just said that, but let me scroll back up, and I like to highlight you guys because without you watching the show and commenting and stuff, then it's really just not as much fun for us. But watching from Comac, not Canada. That's Mindy.
Okay.
Hey, Mindy.
That's fine.
Nisiyana, New York. That's John. I don't know if that's a real place.
I don't know, but John was much easier to say than the town. I thought you were trying to say a name at first. I was like, what?
We got Rich checking in from Canton, Georgia. Queens. What's up, Jen? Jen's watching from Queens. And Jen's been commenting every time we write that we want to do something at Citi Field. She's very excited to meet us. So, Jen, we will say what's up eventually, I hope.
Totally.
And let's highlight one more here. Mets 747 is watching from Tarzana, California, originally from Massapequa.
Oh, wow.
So good morning to you. So as we talked about, Quintana initially announced, hey, he wasn't really feeling up to it. He's going to skip the WBC. And I was like, oh, that's great. Let's focus on opening day and, hopefully have a strong rotation. But it comes out that he has this stress fracture
in his rib.
And it could be 3 months. So luckily for us, it is early enough where they can get other guys stretched out and ready to go.
I totally missed. Do we know how he got that injury? Was there a play in the game that he got hit or something?
I think that's just something that happens from just overuse. Kind of like,
really a fracture in a rib?
I don't know.
I don't know either. Fact checkers.
Hey, let us know, guys.
Have an assignment.
Was he snowboarding and fell on a rail and
let us know how you fracture a rib.
Well, besides Shoemaker last year when he fell on his bike
not good,
and broke 5 ribs or something like that. So could be 3 months, but we do have some great other guys ready to go. Hopefully Peterson and Miguel, step up because they started off pretty strongly last year. So hopefully they could do that again, right? Yeah. So unfortunately, something came up this morning. We were texting each other, hey, any topics with our friends, and I guess there was a screenshot floating around a couple of days ago about the parking at Citi Field, because unfortunately the parking is going to get a little, actually a lot more expensive.
The general is not happy.
No, it's like 25% more expensive.
He's about to never park at Citi Field again.
Well, tailgating is such a big part of what we do.
I know.
So when you add it up and how much, what do we have? 13 games?
Sure.
So we have 13 games on the schedule. And before I show you the new pricing, last year 13 games would have cost 406. I wish I didn't even know that.
Oh my god.
13 games last year, it was $30 to park. That would be $390 to park at Citi Field for our outings. So if you go on other days, it's so now unfortunately I have the where is it? I have the unfortunate obligation to show you guys that this is the new parking prices for Citi Field in 2023. So pricing is now $40 to park your car at Citi Field during the regular season or the US Open. And if you have a Sprinter or a bus or an oversized vehicle, they probably put that in just for us because of our truck. It is now $80. So actually I did the math wrong. So for us,
you got to use the truck.
$80 times 13 games. Fuck. So people
it's like a playoff strip.
Yeah, but you know what? Everyone's keep the truck. It's cool. I love it. It's gonna cost over $1,000 to park the truck.
You got to start making some money off that truck then somehow.
Yeah, no shit. That's why I wanted to get rid of it.
No. You can sell ice cream or something.
I can't. You need a permit. Like I can honestly be like, oh, why don't you just sell stuff in the parking lot?
How difficult would it be to get a permit?
You can't just sell stuff in the parking lot at Citi Field. Either way, so before we move on.
We'll talk about
So I did reach out to someone at the Mets and was like, hey, what's up with this pricing? And they basically said that not that it's like out of their hands, but when you look around and see how much it costs to park at like Barclays in the parking garages or Yankee Stadium parking garages or UBS, then they're on par with everyone else. So it's almost like if everyone else is charging more, why aren't they charging more?
I get the world is more expensive now, whatever, but like I would rather they just make the ticket prices more expensive because at least like
they did.
I know, but like instead of the parking,
Bite
but
your
like
tongue.
That's what you're paying to see. Like the freaking like to put your car in a parking lot that you have nowhere else to put. Like it's just not nice.
Well, it's almost like when people complain, like, why is this Bud Light $30?
Yeah.
When I could buy it at 7-Eleven for $2. I'm like, well, because you're not at 7-Eleven. Like once you're there, you're there. Like, why is popcorn $12 for a tub at
just don't.
Island 16? It is what it is. But
I'll
unfortunately,
still be driving. I will not be taking the train.
Well, me too. Like that's what
Train
Rich was saying too. Like
stresses me
$10 is not going to make or break me wanting to sit on the train.
A round trip ticket on the LIRR is not that much cheaper, and it's just more inconvenient, and you have to be on the train schedule instead of your own time and leaving when you want to leave.
Yeah, but you might get home before me by the time it takes me to get out of the parking lot.
Oh,
like we all know that the parking is an issue at the stadium. Hopefully it gets fixed within the next few years. I mean, we went to that, you didn't go, but we went to that meeting with the Mets, and they are really trying to do what they can to make the experience as pleasant as it can be. This $10 increase is a pretty big hike considering it was $30. Now it's $40. It adds up,
Yeah, for sure.
So it is what it is. Unfortunately, it's not the news we want to talk about, but it's coming up quick.
You know what's good is parking maybe $40, but like most days you can go on TickPick and get a ticket for like $5 if you want. So thanks to TickPick. It doesn't have to be that expensive to get to the ballpark. I'm not even kidding. Not even being a shill for TickPick, even though I am. That was the first thing I thought. I was like, thank God you can get tickets on TickPick for so cheap. Because the parking, it's like, okay, whatever. Like you should kind of expect to spend like $50 on a ticket to a baseball game. And like, it kind of can be because on those days, the last minute, you can find a ticket for like $5-10 on TickPick. And then just the rest is going to parking. Mentally, just tell yourself it's all going towards the ticket.
How much do you think Knicks tickets cost? If you had to guess. I know you don't go to Knicks games.
I don't know, but I'm imagining anything in Madison Square Garden is probably
so
hefty.
Fucking expensive. Yeah. So it's like if it was as cheap to go to a Knicks game as it was to go to like a Tuesday Mets game, I'd be there all the time.
Right.
It's almost $200 a night, no matter where you want to sit.
That's insane.
It's crazy. You can get like the worst seat in the house. Like they have this thing called the Chase Bridge. And if you sit behind that now, you're kind of like behind a bridge. It's kind of, it's weird. It's very, it's hard. Well, you can still see the court, but it's like
not convenient.
No, it's like almost when you're in the back rows at Shea, it's like you can see the field, but like you got this overhang in front of you. It's very expensive. But when I go to Knicks games, I always use TickPick. And whenever you go to Mets games, not with us, you also use TickPick. So tell the people what they want to hear.
Go to TickPick.com. Download the TickPick app. Honestly, you're really going to want to do this now if parking is $40. But go search the Mets or anything you want to go to. Concerts, comedy shows, doesn't matter. They have everything. They are going to show you the best deals, the best prices. If you see a price that you like, but you're not ready to buy, you can freeze that price and buy it later, even if the price goes up at the price you froze it at. And if you use our code OABT, you can get $10 off any order over $99 in the app for first-time users. So you could buy like a lot of $10 tickets for you and a bunch of friends, and then use our code and get $10 off and only pay $40.
You know what I like right now?
What do you like right now?
I'm looking at, this is opening day. This is the sections at Citi Field on opening day. And there are no tickets available in 140, 141, or 142.
Damn,
so thank you to the 7-Line Army for not, but we really ask people.
No, I know, but I still need to get one for my dad. Otherwise, I'm not going to be able to sit there that day.
If you can't make it, please don't flip our tickets. I understand it's the nature of the beast to try to make a buck here and there when you can, but we do have a free
Or maybe
forum.
they just know better than to go on TickPick because they know we look at the seat map every week.
Well, yeah, you don't want to get banned from the section either. So we do tell our members, listen, if we find out that you're selling tickets for a profit, then, just don't buy tickets anymore because it doesn't make any sense. Why are you buying a package if you can't go? So sell them to a fellow Mets fan, go to our forum. And now that's easier than ever to transfer tickets. Back in the day when it's like you had to meet up with the stubs. Now you could transfer someone tickets.
An email
it's
address.
A button. Yeah. Yep. So if you want to know where our free forum is, go to the 7line.com, scroll to the bottom. There's a button there. Join. It's free. And then, transfer money how you want, Venmo or whatever, and transfer tickets that way. But yeah, TickPick is the best. We do have something incredible coming out with TickPick soon. I didn't tell you about this. Remember last year, one of our last shows, because obviously the Mets blew it and shit the bed in the World Baseball in the wild card series.
Yeah.
I'm thinking W's. They gave away free tickets. Remember?
Yes.
To the any postseason game of their choice.
Game of your choice. Yep.
So now what we're going to start, I think next Tuesday or the Tuesday after, it's going to be a similar giveaway where you could select any game in April that you want to go to, including opening day.
Wow.
So if you want to go to opening day, you might be able to go there for free from TickPick.
Oh,
so
that's sick.
Watch the show next week. We'll talk about how you guys can get involved in that giveaway.
TickPick's the best.
They are the best.
They're so good to us and to everyone.
You know what's not the best? It is yes and no. Good and bad things came out of the Mets promo schedule last week.
Ugh. I know where this is going.
Well, what don't you like about this promo schedule?
Where the hell is Bark at the Park? I have been waiting months. I just want to buy my tickets because they sell out so fast. Even on TickPick, I'll go look in the, what is it? Is it the Coca-Cola corner now?
Corner, yeah.
And there's never anything there. And my dog Freddie had the time of his life in 2016.
Did he tell you?
You could see from his face, and I'm not even kidding. He's not a very expressive dog with his face, but he had so much fun. He was smiling the entire time. But anyway, and I didn't think he would like it. That was very much an experiment. So now I want to bring him back because he had so much fun. We have not been able to successfully go back. And I'm so sorry if you watch the show frequently because you hear me bitch about this all the time. But we haven't been able to go back because every time I will get tickets to every game and either it rains or it's a day where I have a chaotic work schedule and I can't get there. And those are the days it's sunny and successful. Every game I have tickets to that I can go to, it gets rained out. And they come out with this promotion schedule. It's not even on there. And then somebody replied when I asked where is it, and they said their ticket rep said that they do have Bark in the Park dates, but now you can only buy it as a group of 10 people. You have to buy at least 10 tickets to get a Bark in the Park ticket. How does that make any sense? It sells out without even trying.
Yeah.
Every time. So what's the point? That just makes it harder.
I'm trying to think of what could be the reason why, and I don't understand it either.
I'm really pissed about it. Maybe I know that
my dog doesn't have 10 friends.
No, neither does Freddie. Freddie doesn't make friends easily. But at least it's
maybe that's why they're listen, we don't want these random dogs that are angry.
Also, not for nothing,
to not be around their friends.
My 10-pound Chihuahua sits on my lap. He takes up no space. He's not even trying to interact. But whatever. I can buy 10 tickets on TickPick for cheap, and it'll be fine. And that's probably what I'll just end up doing. And then it'll get rained out, and I won't be able.
Don't you get to walk on the field with the dog?
Yes, that's the best part. You get to walk around the warning track with the dog.
That's
my dog
cool.
tried to pee in the Mets dugout.
That's awesome.
We had to keep walking. He got a little too close to Steve Gallup. I was afraid he was going to bite him. We need to keep going. But yeah, it was a lot of fun. And so then I called the Mets ticketing office after I read that tweet, no way. And they said they haven't finalized the dates yet, but it's happening. I didn't even ask about the whole group thing. So I'm okay.
Yeah.
So
I can't picture that being true because if someone wants to just go to the game with their dog, they shouldn't have to be able to find 9 other people that want to go with them.
That's just so
it's usually a weekday too, right?
Also yes, it's usually a weekday, and a dog needs to get its own ticket too. So
what?
yes, my 10-pound Chihuahua that's going to sit in my lap the entire time needs his own.
You don't even need a ticket for a kid. When you bring your kid with you, if they're 3 and under, it's free.
They're also assuming you have a big dog who is going to sit in the aisle and take up space. So you do need to have. I understand that, but to get in with your dog, you're already buying 2 tickets. So what is the point of upping it to? You need to buy 10 at once.
Yeah.
So silly.
So really, now you're saying you have to buy 5.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you need 5 friends with dogs, basically.
But still,
that's not good.
No, not great.
So a bunch of different promos came out, and I think I did a tweet to highlight them all. I know Anthony DiComo did a good job of it last week, but
yes, I will say all the other promos are excellent, except for those voodoo dolls.
I like that.
No, they're things of freaking nightmares. If you haven't seen them,
I'll show it to you in a second. But
terrible.
So there's these dolls that they came out with that have button eyes. It almost looks like Coraline.
Yeah,
it looks like Coraline a little bit.
Don't like it.
I like it a lot.
Creepy.
One of them is on a date for us. But what I do like that they're doing a little differently now is there are so many giveaways and I guess sponsors that want to be a part of it. Because obviously, when the Howie Rose one is sponsored by Odyssey, so Odyssey pays for it, I guess there's so many brands that want to be involved this year that they're doing giveaways on weekdays. So the Howie bobblehead's a Tuesday night.
Wow.
That's when do you ever hear of cool bobblehead being a Tuesday?
But it's also a good way
it's
to
really smart for them.
I was gonna say it's a good way to get people in the door on weekdays.
Yeah, absolutely.
Smart.
So that's actually a Wednesday. So let's show you this one from Howie if you haven't seen it yet.
This one's so good.
Very good. And it also talks and makes noise.
Really?
Yeah, look, Howie Rose sound bobblehead. And when you look at it closely here, there's a little button near his foot.
I'm imagining it says put it in the book.
I would imagine it says put in the book. So the Howie Bobble is on Wednesday, May 31st, with what so happens to coincide with the Seven Line Army's schedule.
Love
so
that.
If you want to go and sit with us and get your Howie Bobble, go to Mets.com/the Seven Line Army. These 3 games are still available while supplies last. So the handmade robot knit Mrs. Met, which Julia doesn't like, which I do like, is on May 6th. The Lindor grass growing bobblehead, which is like a Chia Pet bobblehead that the grass actually grows.
That's so cool.
Is on May 20th, which is also a weekday, I think. No, that's a Saturday. And then May 31st is the final one, and that is the Howie Bobble. So very cool. You should definitely be excited about those, at least those 3, even though Julia's not.
Pull up a picture and let's ask the fact checkers what they think. Okay. I think this thing, I said it. I'm like, it looks like.
You think this looks creepy, right?
No, it's horrifying. It just looks demonic and not like I feel like if a child were to get this, they might be scared.
I can't zoom in, but it is right there. Hold on a second.
Zoom in like on like you can zoom in the view of your webpage.
I think if I do that, I'll like fuck it up or something.
I'll turn off the show.
Yeah. Something bad will happen.
It's creepy. It looks like if I were to if I don't forward that image to 10 friends via email, it'll be at the foot of my bed with a machete tonight. So I'm not a fan.
I love it, but whatever, to each their own. So it ends up that we have our 13 games and 8 of the days are connected to giveaways, which I think is great.
Basketball jersey again?
Yeah.
Oh,
that's a weekday too.
Sick.
So for us, we have the Mrs. Met, the Lindor grass growing bobble, the Howie Rose put it in the book sound. We are assuming it says put in the books. What else would it say? Mr. Met dressed as Indiana Jones for some reason. A New York style random Mets basketball jersey. It looks like a road gray.
So cool.
A Edwin Diaz trumpet bobblehead. And the last one, they don't have an image for it yet, but that's why there's just a Mets logo here. It is a glow in the dark Senga ball.
Like a ghost ball.
The ghost fork ball.
That's so cool.
So that's the story. Go to Mets.com/the Seven Line Army if you want to sit with us and get involved in the giveaways. Again, they're not for everyone. It's the first 15,000 people through the door.
So pay your $40 parking fee early and get your butt in the door.
That's what people were saying too. Like, yeah, it's cool that there's giveaways on our outing days, but then they're going to want to leave the tailgate.
Yeah.
To go.
That's true.
To go inside early.
True.
You know, we'll see what happens. But the Mets are doing a lot of these giveaways this year with the jerseys that are not Mets baseball jerseys. So they're doing a basketball one. They're doing a soccer one.
Sport,
hockey one. Soccer one, it just doesn't really look like a jersey to me. It's kind of like a little V-neck.
I don't remember. I saw them all, but I remember liking the basketball one the most. So I'm hyped that we get that one.
So speaking of hyped, let's talk about something I saw this morning, which I absolutely love. I titled today's show "In Buck We Trust" because I don't know if you saw this.
Definitely didn't.
I love when, not that like cursing's that big of a deal. I think we've talked about it before. Like, cursing doesn't really add much to a conversation besides like emphasis sometimes, like LFGM. It's not like I'm really cursing.
Enhancer.
Whatever, right?
Yeah.
So
makes things saucy.
Something came out today. I will click on the link for that in a second, but there's a little quote here that I really liked from Buck, because Buck was asked about how he felt back in January when he was honored as a 4-time manager of the year. Hank Azaria, who the voice from The Simpsons, he did what's that other show called? Brockmire or whatever it is.
I just know that he was Phoebe's boyfriend on Friends.
Okay. So he did like a little roasting of the Mets and, saying why what does it say here? He did a bit about the realities of being a Mets fan at the Baseball Winters Awards dinner. And Showalter, some people were watching him and you could see he was like visually like mad about it. Like when he was up there, like talking shit about the Mets. So yesterday, I guess he was asked about the event. And Buck replied and said, if I could have gotten back up there, I would have said something. I don't play that shit. We're not the little brother of anyone. So I love when, even though, yes, the Mets for many, many years were the laughing stock of New York. And clearly it's a totally new era.
Yeah.
But Buck is like saying, there's a new sheriff in town.
Yeah.
This is a new era. We're not the old Mets and we don't take that shit.
Yeah.
Great.
I love it.
So when Buck like steps up for the team, I mean, obviously he has to. That's his job. But
that's always been the joke that's been made since I've been alive, at least. So, and I've never, Terry Collins was a fiery manager and, obviously very rah-rah for the team. But
and people liked him more because of that.
Exactly.
We talked about
but I don't remember anyone really going that far to be like, don't talk shit about us.
Right.
Like, that's not us anymore. I love it.
So if you're interested, I don't know. This is new to me. Maybe you know this, right? Whenever I think of Post, I think of Puma. But Ian O'Connor, Puma leaking the nudes. And if you don't, obviously he didn't. But now
go watch a couple weeks ago.
It's become a thing now that we're going to just say that Puma leaked
Justin Verlander's,
which he didn't. But we're going to just say he did,
but it wasn't him.
So Buck Showalter is a powerful force in changing longstanding Mets narrative. This is from Ian O'Connor. It was posted last night at 8:20. Go over to the Post and read all about it. But I love it. I love hearing stuff like this.
Yeah,
so
awesome.
Buck is a scrappy dude, and I love it. Like the edits of him being angry every time a Met was hit by a pitch. You know,
also like I loved Terry when he was manager, but like I don't think I've ever had as strong of a desire to see a Mets manager win a World Series as a Met. Like, I want Buck to win a World Series, like just as much as like, you know, more than any other player for obvious reasons. But like, you wanted David Wright to win a World Series just because like he'd been here for so long. He was one of us. Like, Buck, not that he's been here for that long, but like it feels so different with him. Like, he freaking wants it.
Well, it takes so long for some of these guys never get it. Like Dusty Baker finally got one. Like it just, you know, and Buck took a break from managing for a bit too. He was just a commentator, you know, not just, but you know what I mean? He was that's what he did.
No, but still,
instead.
like it's, you know, you remember the managers of the World Series teams, and I want him to have that like lore to him. Yeah,
absolutely. So obviously we are pulling for Buck. We will see what happens. I want to know what he did. Oh, you know what? I did find out what he did with the apple.
Oh, what did he do?
He has it at his house. He uses it.
Oh,
yeah. I got an email.
Put it up at like Christmas time or like
I don't know. I got to double check, but I found out. I'm not going to say who, but someone emailed me and they said, yeah, he is using it. So
that's awesome.
That's cool, right? So I really just answered my own question. I was like, I wonder what he does with it. I was like, actually, I know
the answer to that.
I don't know. A lot of shit goes on. Like I'm emailing this person, that person. Is like a list of names in my head of people. Like when Lizzy's like, hey, what's the name of so-and-so? We got email. I'm like, oh, look up Jessica.
Oh, wait. Speaking of Lizzy, I need to plug Lizzy.
Do you know
for
the details?
Yes,
I don't know.
yes. She sent it to me, so I have everything.
Do that
here.
while I look up something here.
Okay, perfect. So you guys all know Lizzy. She's the best. Lizzy and a bunch of other ladies who are members of the 7-Line Army, our friends MJ and Nancy, to name a few, are part of a team called Fighting for Family. They've been raising money for cancer research. Some of them have been doing it for over a decade. So there's some sort of contest going on right now where people need like unique individual donors. The person who has like the most, or the team that has the most like individual donations, will get like an extra $10,000 added to their team. It's a big deal. So it's the promotion where the top 15 riders that have the most individual donations can earn $10,000 towards the goal. So tomorrow is the last day of this promotion, and all Lizzy needs is 25 people to donate just $5. So
is there a link?
She sent me a tweet. Go to her Twitter. She made a tweet about it.
I will in a second. I can't close this
out.
out.
So we will send a tweet. But she just $5. That's all she needs. And if 25 of you can do that, you can help them get an extra $10,000 for their team towards cancer research. It is a great cause. Lizzy is the best. If you've ever ordered anything from the 7-Line, Lizzy probably packed it. Show your thanks. Give the woman $5.
$5.
That's it. $5.
So look at her Twitter. I think it's just Lizzy T7L.
It's 1/8 of what it costs to park at Citi Field, which you'll probably do a bunch of times this year. So do it.
All right. Speaking of parking and places to park and watch baseball games, in just 2 weeks from this Thursday, calling all Mets fans in the Miami general area. If you are going to the game, sitting with us or not sitting with us, you are invited to our tailgate party. It is a free-for-all out there in Florida. The parking lot is not reserved for just us. Okay. So what we need you to do, if you are bringing supplies, if you're looking to park with us, if you're looking to like take over this whole corner over here, you got to get there early. The gates open at 3:00, East Lot 3. I don't think every parking lot opens that early. So if anyone else in the area is there early, they are going to want to park in this parking lot. So it's not going to be private. So
monopolize it.
Get there early. I actually asked the Marlins, I'm like, hey, is this parking lot similar to like MTA for Citi Field, which they don't know about? But I was like, hey, can I just walk in, or is there like a hard fence around it? And she said, no, it's a fence. So sorry. I was expecting to maybe get there at like 9.
Yeah.
Put a folding chair, have a mimosa, and just sit there and like wait for people to show up. Like, this is our corner.
Yeah.
Because we're the ones that organize like the porta potties and stuff. Like, I don't want to not be parked near that. Yeah. So get there early, please, especially those people that volunteered to bring supplies, who I am going to pay back. So,
well, the good thing is the Marlins don't have fans. So if people go in that parking lot, they'll probably be Mets fans, and you can get them to join your tailgate, spare some room, make room for the people bringing supplies.
I just mean like the people, like I'm paying for people's parking that, not everyone, but like I'm paying for a select handful of people that are bringing supplies. So like if they don't get there by 11 to line up, then they're like, hey, I got the tables and coolers, but I can't park near you. So please get there early. Perfect. And if you are, not one of the people that I replied to saying I'll cover your parking, please bring stuff anyway, because the more the merrier. It's gonna be a lot of people there, and a lot of us are traveling. We don't expect to like go out of your own pocket for like ice and stuff, but if you could bring a cooler and like share it with someone, that'll be helpful, because I know for sure like I'm gonna just roll up with like a bag of beers, and like maybe a bag of pretzels, and be like, hey, can I put this on your table?
Exactly.
So it's gonna be a great time. Please come on down. Tell your friends. It is not a private party. It is not a private lot. So come on down and enjoy yourself. So it's East Lot 3. Just put that in a GPS. I'm staying close by. I'm actually going to be able to walk to the ballpark, which is going to be pretty fun.
Nice.
And I'm sure that I will hopefully get a lot of cool drone shots from the day. I'm all about the drone. I'm all about the drone.
I love it. Okay, wait, before we forget, while people are interested, I just retweeted the tweet for Lizzy. Just flash it on the screen really quick. Okay. Lizzy's is at Lizzy LIZY _ I retweeted it. Okay. LIZY _ T7L. And she just tweeted.
It's called Cycle for Survival.
Mm-hmm. And there is a link there. And if you click that, that is where you go to donate $5 for Lizzy's team. Hi, Lizzy. If you could do that, that would be really great. You'd be doing a lot of good.
Who pays this $10,000?
It's coming from I think it's an anonymous donor.
Ooh, an anonymous
donor. Like a match. They match.
Yeah.
The top 15 people that get the craziest amount of donors will get $10,000. So it's 15.
So 15 separate people will get that $10,000 bonus. MJ's in the second spot. Lizzie's in the 17th. And this will be criminal if we can't find 25 people to donate $5. It's so simple. I've already done it. So somebody else has to. Yes. Use separate email accounts. I'm going to do that. I got 2 more. I'll do it after the show. I got 2 more email addresses. But everybody else, it's so simple. So this is the one time we'll give you permission to leave the show to go do it, but then come right back.
Actually, don't go in 12 minutes. Because we're almost done, and I have a few more things to pick up on.
It's for cancer, Darren. Yes, we did.
We
just
already.
Showed the tweet. I read your ad.
T7L.
I retweeted it as well. If you follow me, so you'll find it there. Love you.
Okay, 2 more things we gotta get to before we forget. Because last week the Scherzer winners, I did contact. One was Jesse Burke. He was actually down in Florida, and he got back to me with his size. But the other name from Facebook, I think we have to switch up how we do the Facebook giveaways.
Yeah.
Because now another thing changed. When people share the show onto their own wall, the only way the 7-Line account could see it is if their privacy settings are set to a certain way.
Yeah.
So the whole share contest is getting kind of effed.
Right.
Because Twitter is whatever. Twitter's easy.
We'll tell them to comment like a specific word and go back and look through the comments after the show, because commenting it will put it in people's feeds.
Okay.
So it'll still be shared into different people's feeds.
Really? Is that how it works?
If you comment on something on Facebook, it'll show, as long as it's a public thing, it'll show up in other people's news.
Okay.
Feeds.
So
I see a lot of interesting things that way.
We'll go the Julia way then. So from now on, I guess we're switching it up. So we will announce the winners from last week in a second, but it's seriously like the shares, it's like less than half of the people I can see.
Comment Puma if you want to win something
Puma.
for free.
Puma
if
just
you want to win free stuff this week, comment Puma in the chat.
All right. Yeah. Right. Or, I was going to say something else, but you could write Puma in the chat, PUMA. Just write Puma if you want to win. And then I'll scroll through later and pick a winner. So again, if you watch the show during the week, you can just go back on Facebook and comment
And
Puma.
you know what? That's what you can do is you can just reply to the comment. You're a winner. You don't have to message them.
Yeah.
Just reply to the comment.
But I still have to get their address.
Yeah, but they can message you then. And then at least you'll have their attention.
Exactly.
Yeah.
All right. We just killed 2. This is called like a
teamwork, collaborative effort.
It's like a live meeting. We're having a meeting of the minds. So just write the word Puma if you want to win. And this week's giveaway is going to be a gift card for our site.
Justin Verlander's nudes.
Yeah. So it's going to be a gift card for the 7-Line site. So if you're watching on Twitter, hit the retweet button. If you're watching on YouTube, we appreciate you as well. But there's really no way. Maybe we could even figure out.
Yeah, we could do the same thing probably.
Comment
Puma on YouTube. Darren
all right.
Reply.
So fuck, now you're just making me give out 3 gift cards a week.
Didn't you used to do 3?
No, there was no way for us to ever count.
Twitter, Facebook,
YouTube
and Instagram.
Stuff. No, Instagram. I don't think. Oh, did we do?
Yeah,
something?
we did. We did Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. There was
okay. So now YouTube.
It's the same thing.
Comment Puma on YouTube.
I feel like we're gonna get a cease and desist from this man because we're just spreading every week. He leaked Justin Verlander's nudes.
Puma across the board, and that's who you'll win. So
we should include a picture in the.
I have to put my glasses on because we are about to play Guess That Baseball Card
God.
round 4, and I'm switching it up a little bit today because I'm gonna read the little like factoid on the back.
Okay.
And see if you can guess the player that way.
I won't, but okay.
You probably will.
Okay.
Okay. So I have to take out the player's name. Okay. It's unlikely the 2016 Mets would have reached the postseason without blank. His 5-0 record in the last. Let me start that over because when I said blank, it kind of fucked it up.
Okay.
I'm going to say blanks as the name. Okay.
Got it.
It's unlikely the 2016 Mets would have reached the postseason without blank's 5-0 record in his last 7 starts. He threw one curveball at 3,498 revolutions per minute. The highest,
that helps.
The highest spin rate ever tracked by StatCast. I can tell you that this baseball card is obviously from 2017. They're talking about the 2016 Mets.
Right.
He's a right-handed pitcher. He was or is 6'4". He is from the commenters already got it. Is from Shreveport, Louisiana.
I'm not gonna lie. I did not.
Can I tell you his number? I'm going to tell you 2 other things.
Tell me his number.
67.
It's Seth Lugo.
Okay.
I was going to say it's either Seth Lugo or Robert Gesellman because I didn't watch much of the end of the 2016 season, but I know both of them were clutch as fuck. But I wouldn't have known who lived in Louisiana. But yeah.
Yeah. My next thing was going to say is his nickname was Puerto Rican.
That I would have gotten that
because
too.
then when they did the Players Weekend, they did like nicknames in the back.
Yeah.
So Puerto Rican. So, did you get all of them so far?
I fucking Damian Easley haunts me. I should have gotten it, but I didn't. But I got all the other ones.
Damian Easy.
I'll never forget.
Easy E. So, are you gonna get wasted on Friday or what? St. Patrick's Day. What do you do for St. Patrick's Day? Nothing. Just work?
No, I'll be working. As per usual.
You're so responsible.
Yeah.
When I was your age, I would definitely was thinking about anything but working on St. Patrick's Day.
I've never really gone hard for St. Patrick's Day ever.
What's your holiday? What's like your favorite holiday?
To get drunk?
Or just what's your favorite holiday?
4th of July at your house. That's where I get the drunkest, honestly. But
that voicemail is so good.
I
what did it say again?
About that.
What time is it?
Midnight.
It's
Turn
midnight.
down the music.
Can
it's
you
the
turn
4th of July.
Relax,
Calm
lady.
down.
They moved actually.
Good. Drove them out of the neighborhood. But no, on Christmas Eve, I like to get drunk with my family. But other than that. Oh, you still have it.
Yeah. Hold on. I love it.
It's midnight. Can you lower your music? Thank you.
We were playing All I Want for Christmas Is You by Mariah Carey.
And I feel bad
because 4th of July.
It took me a few days, but I did apologize.
No, I don't feel bad because the husband came out and followed my car when I was
weird.
leaving.
That was weird. That was more than weird. That was a little strange. They moved though, so
bye.
See you later, neighbors. What else do I got to get to? Party cruise tickets. Are you? You said you're not going?
I can. I'll be in North Carolina for my brother's wedding.
Every time I bring things up, I
know.
I should just assume you're not going.
You should ask me before you book things. That's what you should do.
Well, you know what I didn't know? It's Good Friday.
Oh.
And I guess some people, I mean, I'm not very religious. Or
right.
I'm not religious, not at all. So for some people, this is kind of throwing a fork in their plans because, it's a holiday and not everyone, eats meat or drinks or whatever on a Friday night. So, or on this Friday night. So it is on Good Friday. It is, where's the price? It is $116. It leaves from the World's Fair Marina, goes around the Statue of Liberty, and then goes back. The World's Fair Marina is directly next to Citi Field, directly next to the parking lot from where we tailgate. I don't advise driving if you are going to partake in all the adult beverages.
Yeah, no.
And I think you should partake because, well, if you're into that sort of thing, it's $116, and the amount that you can put back and drink and eat in the hours of this cruise, it's absolutely worth it. So head on over to the 7line.com and hit the 7line Army button on the top or the blog area, and the party cruise information is all there. $116 a pop. Last year was phenomenal, and this is the second year that we're doing it. So it should be a fun time. So hopefully you guys can make it out.
I know I had to miss it last year too.
Well, maybe one day we'll have to check with your schedule before we plan things.
Do. That would be great. That would
like
be
when
great.
you're not going to be in Iceland or something.
Next year should probably be much easier. My work schedule will be very different. I can request the time off. It'll be fine.
So one more thing before we go.
Okay.
Something from years ago, which I looked it up. I don't think we ordered them since 2016 or 17, is about to make a comeback.
Oh.
I don't have any here. I don't think. But after watching the World Baseball Classic and seeing how excited other countries are and cultures and things like that. What?
No, go ahead. I think I know what it might be.
What is it?
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
And down at spring training this year. Oh, wait, is there one in the corner? No, it's not. Down at spring training this year, someone had collected a bunch of the Thundersticks from back in the day at Citi Field. Ours.
Yeah.
And they were never opened or never used. And they brought them to the berm and we're giving them out.
Sick.
Damn, I wish I remembered who it was. If it's you, let me know in the comments.
Let us know.
So someone started handing them out and the kids were using them. People loved them. It was like,
it was awesome. I don't know why you ever got rid of them.
Because the reason I think I've said this before, we don't charge extra for Thundersticks and they're expensive.
Yeah.
Like you just think about like, oh, it's a piece of plastic. It's not. When
right.
you add it up, it's like the same with the parking. When I see things that aren't being used, it's almost like, why are we wasting money on this?
Right.
So I'm not going to do it where they're in the cup holders of every seat.
No. You should make it like a first come, first
serve. If you want to use them, come get them. Otherwise, don't take them because they cost money.
Exactly.
So I'm going to front the bill. I'm ordering 1,000 Thundersticks
for
opening day. Granted, there aren't 1,000 seats in the section. So the way I'm going to do it is I will start bringing Thundersticks to the tailgate.
Perfect.
And if you want to maybe come grab 10 and hand them out to your row. I don't care. If they're going to be used, take them.
Right.
But I don't want to see them on the floor.
Yeah.
After the game, sure, leave them on the floor. I mean, not that we're trying to make more trash for the Mets,
but use them.
Use them. The thing I hated the most was that we would put them in every cup holder, or the Mets actually had interns do it after the first few outings. And then after the game, I would see unopened money on the floor that gets thrown out.
Annoying.
So we're going to bring the Thundersticks back.
And I'll be the first one to do the PSA. Don't throw them on the field. Don't throw them into the air.
Well,
listen.
I think maybe accidentally with the wind and stuff.
But also, people are drunk. People are stupid. Sometimes it's your first time holding a Thunderstick and you get too excited. Don't be dumb with the Thundersticks. Don't ruin a good thing.
Before we move on, we're talking about Thundersticks. Can you grab me Dave Kinsella again really quick? I tell this story often. I don't know if I've ever told it on the show or I just tell it to him all the time. But here's Dave Kinsella. He was sitting in Julia's seat before she got here because she was almost late.
What you don't know is he sits in the corner every show when I'm looking at Darren, I'm looking at Dave.
Right. So I talked about it on Instagram when the cardboard cutouts were a thing at the stadium. When they were done with them, there was an option to either like pick it up or they sent it to you. I don't remember how exactly we got ours.
Yeah.
Did you get yours?
Yes, and I don't know how.
I don't know how we got them.
I think I had somebody pick it up.
But in my you could pick them up.
Yeah.
In my stack of me, Kelly, and Amelia was Dave Cancel. So I don't know why, but Dave became a part of our family in more ways than one because clearly, the Mets family he is. But Dave was a part of our family for some reason when I did the pickup. But anyway, long story short, first day ever, Thundersticks, Citi Field, September 27th, 2012. Ari Dickey's on the mound. We're in McFadden's. I order these Thundersticks. They're blank. They're just blue and orange, right? Dave's in McFadden's. And I say, Dave, I need a little help from some people I'm friends with. Can you bring these in and hand them out in the ballpark? And he goes, Darren, I'm just going to let you know. Yeah, have you heard the story?
No, but I could hear his voice.
Darren, I'm just going to let you know. You're a friend of mine. I don't mean to disrespect you, but I don't like Thundersticks, but I will help you hand these out. I'm like, Dave, say no more. I don't care if you like them or not. You don't have to use them, right?
Right.
Next day, all the photos of us, it said the city doesn't sleep. Like it was that game was huge for the Seven Line Army, right? It started the Seven Line Army, right? So we're sitting there and, people are hitting them and it made a great video. Dickey won. And it was the start of what this became. There's photos of Dave in the aisle like this, bang, 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 hitting the Thundersticks. And I made the entire photo black and white except for him in color. I'm like, Dave, I thought you didn't like Thundersticks. It's like, well, I got caught in the moment.
You got caught up in the excitement. That was the day. Dave's first Thunderstick.
So Thundersticks are coming back. Again, take them if you're going to use them. If the person next to you says they're annoying, just do it louder in their ear. Maybe they'll change. No, they'll change their mind. It's fun.
Everyone will turn eventually.
And I'm going to order 1,000 to start. I mean, maybe we'll get rid of half for opening day, and then we'll go from there.
It'll be great.
But yeah, it's expensive because it's a rush order now.
Right.
I only decided last night.
Oh, true. It's coming up. Oh my God.
Yeah. So 2 weeks from today is the away opener, and then 2 weeks from Thursday is the away opener.
Holy
3 weeks from Thursday is the home opener. So that's the story. And guess what? We're over an hour, but it doesn't matter anymore because this does not go on Instagram.
No.
Well, Little Piece does.
You know what? It's always the shows where we're like, what the fuck are we going to talk about that we just, without even trying,
this probably
talk
we could
for a
sit
full
there for
hour.
We used to do shows that were like an hour and a half.
Wild.
Hour and 45. Because I used to just drink like you know what a growler is?
Yeah.
I would just drink a growler of beer in my basement when we still did it in the basement. I'm like, I have no place to go. Just like, I'll just drink this beer and hang out. But especially when we used to have guests that would take up like a majority of the show. We would do like half hours with a guest.
Right.
And then we had so much other shit to get to. The show would be an hour and a half.
Yeah.
But now, who cares?
Who cares?
Stick around as long as we can.
Don't play by Instagram's rules anymore.
Yeah, fuck Instagram. No, I take that back. I love Instagram.
We love Instagram.
All right, so I think that's it. Share the show if you want. I didn't pick the last week's winners.
Oh yeah.
Share the show. Actually, don't share the show.
No.
Oh wait.
Retweet the show.
Retweet the show if you're on Twitter. But if you're watching
Facebook.
on YouTube or Facebook, just comment Puma.
Comment Puma, Puma, for a chance to win what?
A free gift card to the Seven Lines website.
And a picture of Justin Verlander's nudes, courtesy of Mike Puma.
I don't know about that. We're probably not going to. That's probably illegal, too, for us to say we're going to give out nudes. No. A couple other things we have to get to that I was going to glance over maybe for a future date. But
okay.
The Boston tickets are very expensive. And the reason being is it is a Saturday this year in the summer. Okay. So if you know the way the Mets pricing works is the least expensive games are like April and September.
Right.
Summer, they bang you out because it's summer. Kids are out of school, this and that. And so the last two outings we went to Boston were September games. Mm-hmm. And one of them was a weekday, so it was less expensive. Now we're doing a Saturday game in the summer.
Yeah.
It's very expensive. So I guess I can announce this now. We're running it the same way we do the Mets home games.
Okay.
So Mets.com/the7line Army. The Red Sox, who are freaking awesome, set up a page for us. They're going to sell the tickets for us.
Oh, sick.
And you can go onto the site. You could select your seat. So, which you can't do when you purchase from us either. Right. So you're going to be able to go in, select your seat if you want an aisle, if you want to sit in a specific section. Yeah. And then we're going to then handle all the fulfillment of the shirts and the patches. And stuff.
You don't even have to do seating charts. So
no seating chart. The only thing that might be different is, actually, that's not different at all. You get to select your seat and select your size, and then we're going to ship you the shirts and the patches and all that stuff. So thanks so much to the Red Sox, because honestly, like the tickets are so freaking expensive and we don't make any money on the tickets. It's a wash.
You're just the middleman.
It's right. So for us to spend many thousands of dollars on tickets to then just be like, here, Julia, here's your ticket.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
Yeah.
So thanks to them for helping us work that out. I mean, it's different when it's like the Marlins and the tickets were what, $70 or something. The tickets for Boston, like just so you guys can get, not sticker shock later, it's gonna be almost $200.
Damn.
But 50 of that, they always rope you into the concession credit.
Right.
So
but that's good.
It is good and bad. It's almost like if a family of four is going, are you going to spend $200 on the credit? On the concessions.
At least
now
you're
you have
seeing
to.
some of your money back. You could.
I guess. But so anyway, the tickets are going to be built in with the $50 concession credit into the ticket price. So that's the deal on that. Look for the email about it soon. But what they did do, which is already set up, every member has an early access one-time use code. Oh. So if you're a member of our home ticket package, you're going to be able to go in like a few days early, select your seat before the rush, especially because it's like a new system for us. People are going to be like a little confused.
Right.
So we're giving our home package members a few days ahead of time to
That's important.
Select their seats. You don't get any kind of discount on the price, but you'll be able to go in early, and I'll email everyone soon about that too. It's a one-time use code only to our members. I already got those codes, so we're going to work on that soon. So, all right, guys, I guess that's it. Shout out to Howie Rose for using the gift that we suggested to him last week.
And don't forget to give Lizzy $5.
Go to Lizzy's Twitter at $5.
LIZY_T7L. You should just put the link in the comments. Can you do that?
I don't think that works.
Okay, never mind.
I don't want to hit that. Can we even comment back?
Let's comment. What should we say? Say Puma.
Can't post comments to some destinations. Should I just write something and see what happens?
Write Puma. See what happens. Okay. Let us know if you see this comment.
Okay. I just wrote the word. Oh, it shows it only on YouTube.
Okay. Okay.
We should just select ourselves. Oh, we won. We won on YouTube.
Winner. No, but anyway, give Lizzy $5. Go to her Twitter. The link is there. Click it. Very easy peasy. It took me 2 minutes to do.
Oh, shit. And you know what? Now we're going up against the Mets game. So
Mets
game starting
in
SNY Tune in, watch the Mets game. Real baseball starts in a little over 2 weeks. Can't wait to see you down there in Florida. Opening day, please tell your friends. Bring stuff. Don't go rummaging through people's coolers that don't belong to you. Bring a 6-pack and hang out.
Don't forget TickPick.
TickPick, OABT is the code. $10 off any order of $99 or more in the app for first-time users. I am Darren Meenan, and that's Julia Quadrino. I don't even know if we even said that. And we'll put this one in the books. See you guys next week.
Books.
It's midnight. Can you turn the music on?